Clean Water and Sanitation by Sasha and Tyler.
Overview. Clean water is something we all take for granted. Some 3 in 10 people worldwide, or 2.1 billion, lack access to safe, readily available water at home. And 6 in 10, or 4.5 billion, lack safely managed sanitation, according to a new report by WHO and UNICEF. Clean, accessible water for all is an essential part of the world we want to live in, and there is sufficient fresh water on this planet to achieve this. However, due to bad economics or poor infrastructure, millions of people, including children, die every year from diseases associated with poor water supply, sanitation, and hygiene. Water scarcity, poor water quality, and poor sanitation negatively impact food security, livelihood choices, and educational opportunities for poor families across the world.
Targets. The United Nations has many goals for the future regarding clean water and sanitation. By 2030, they hope to achieve safe, accessible, and affordable water for all, improve water quality by reducing pollution, reduce the number of people suffering from water scarcity, and increase the supply of fresh water in order to address water scarcity. Some other goals of the UN are to expand sanitation-related activities, programs and help support the participation of communities in improving water sanitation. Also by 2020, they hope to restore and protect water-related ecosystems, including forests, wetlands, mountains, rivers, aquifers, and lakes.
Partners. There are many international organizations, professional unions, associations, or other civil society groups that are actively involved in water, and some partners of the UN Society. One of these companies that are involved is Adidas. After Kendall Jenner decided to raise money for clean water and sanitation, Adidas donated $5,000 to her fundraising, resulting in a final total of $61,000.
Critique. While the UN has many targets they hope to achieve, some of them just don't seem very realistic. For example, it seems out of their reach to protect and restore all water-related ecosystems by 2020. It's also not very realistic to achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water for all within the next 12 years. The goal also leaves out people that live in states like California and are experiencing severe droughts.
Progress. By analyzing the most recent data from the World Health Organization and the United States Nations Children's Fund, which shows the percentage of the population in each nation with access to basic water and sanitation, WaterAid showed that the goal is unlikely to be achieved by 2030. The current rate of progress will see centuries before universal access to basic water and sanitation is achieved. Further analysis of the source data, which shows progress achieved in a range of water and sanitation indicators between 2000 and 2015, suggests that only 21 countries are on target to achieve basic water and sanitation services for the entire population. Meanwhile, 68 countries have seen progress on target decline since 2000. Billions of people have gained access to basic drinking water and sanitation services since 2000, but these services do not necessarily provide safe water and sanitation. Many homes, healthcare facilities, and schools also still lack soap and water for hand washing. This puts the health of all people, but especially young children, at risk for diseases. In many countries, progress towards basic sanitation is too slow, meaning they will not reach universal coverage by 2030.